jobs and trying to keep you home. I understand that. And we get our heads down sometimes and we forget that Jesus is coming by. But neighbor, let me tell you something. It's exciting to think that we live in this day. It's exciting to think that trumpet may sound before we ever get out of this building today. We need to look for his coming. We need to talk about his coming. I'll tell you something. We need more of that, and we need to go that direction. We don't have enough emphasis on the coming of the Lord. That church did. Jesus said, behold, I'm coming. And they believed it. Here's my question for you. You're here today and you're not saved. Be honest. The door's open for you to be saved right now. The door's open now. And you're sitting in a nice air-conditioned building. You're not in hell burning in the flames like all of us deserve. You're not someplace out here laying drunk in the gutter where you can't understand anything. You're here in a nice building surrounded by people who love you. If you go up and down these aisles, I promise you, the people that I know in this church, I know they love your soul. I know that. I know them. They love your soul. I love your soul. The Lord loves your soul. What excuse do you have not to be saved this morning? The door is open. One day it'll be shut. One day you'll breathe your last and God will say, all right, you had your chance, but it's over. And throughout eternity, you'll beg for mercy, and there'll be none. Today is the day of salvation. Christ died on that cross for you. The door is open. His arms are open. He said, come all you that labor and heavy laden, I will give you rest. One day, that door will shut. If you're here today and you're not a member of a good Bible preaching church, you need to figure out where it is God wants you to serve. I said when we moved in here, there's a job for everybody. I still say that, and I'm waiting on folks to come and take theirs. I really am. We need Sunday school workers, junior church workers, nursery workers. We need workers. We need people that do the ministries and get out and do some stuff. You say, preacher, we're not many. I understand that. Let's do what we can. I don't want to burn out the ones that are working. Are you listening to me? I don't want them to burn out and throw up their hands. I've been there. I know exactly what that feels like. This church, this early church, was a picture of time between about 1750 and the early 1900s in church history, where revivals were going on. Great men of God were preaching. And it closed down. The next thing you had was Laodicea. You say, preacher, we live in the last age. Yes, we do. There's no reason why we can't have some Philadelphia revival. There's no reason why we can't see God move in just a wonderful way in our congregation. Let's stand with our heads bowed and eyes closed. Sister Ellen, would you come and just play something softly, please, ma'am? We're not going to sing today. Just play something softly for us. Our heads are bowed and eyes are closed just a minute. When she finds what it is that God showed her to play, if you just play it softly, please. We really appreciate it. Our heads are bowed and eyes are closed just a minute. I don't know. I read these passages today, and there's just some kind of urgency in my heart. I can't explain it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm the age I am, and I realize that, we're down the short roads of life. I don't know. It could be that. It could be that I've had to help bury many people who I love very much in this church and outside of this church. I understand how brief life is. I guess that's part of it. But I taught out of Daniel in Sunday school this morning about the coming of the Antichrist and the tribulation period. And I think that's part of it too. I think that's where some of my urgency comes from. And I realize everybody's got problems. And I realize y'all got burdens. And I realize y'all got families. And I realize y'all got financial problems. I understand that. Believe me, I understand that. We need to get busy, church. We've been in here now since the end of May. We're coming up on August. Find your place to serve. I talked to one of our members this morning and said, preacher, I think it's just time we found our place to serve and get it. I agree. I agree 100%. If you're not saved today, when we have this invitation, and the altar's open right now, by the way, would you get out of your seat and come down this aisle and let me or somebody else, anybody in this church can take a Bible and show you how to be saved and pray with you. Anybody can. But for God's sake, don't put it off. For God's sake, don't wait until some tragedy strikes and you're out in eternity before you had planned to be. And it's too late. If you're a child of God and you just need to say, Lord, I just want to find my place and serve, you need to come get in this altar. I've done a lot of praying this week. My prayer has been, Lord, whatever time you got me here for, I want to be a good leader in this church. I want to be a good example. I want to challenge the people until you're done with me, whenever that is. I don't know.